Welcome back to the Swang Low Podcast Show. It is yours truly, Do Rock Creek. What's happening with all my people out there in the free world today? Welcome back to the Roundtable. It's an absolute pleasure to be here amongst my Roundtable family. Salute to all of y'all out there. Thank you for joining me. Now, look, man, I want to jump right into this thing. You know what I mean? Because shout out to the homie 16 to Life first and foremost. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I send all love, all respect to bro. Y'all make sure y'all go over to his channel, man, and subscribe to 16 to Life. You know what I'm saying? Bro is a real one. He's a brother to me. You know what I'm saying? Because he does something that he don't have to do, which is highlight out something that he found to be of importance. You know what I'm saying? That he felt the need to share with his audience as well as the rest of the world. You know what I mean? And it happened to have been a video about me, right? Now, it and really necessarily it wasn't about me. It was about a video that I did that he was doing a reaction to. You know what I'm saying? In regards to the Mexican podcaster who is not a Mexican, from what I've been hearing, you know what I'm saying? And even in my video that I did originally on this guy, I said I didn't know if he was Mexican or not, or Hispanic, excuse me. You know, I'm trying to be politically correct and talk politically correct when it comes to this situation because I see it getting out of hand. You know what I'm saying? Not with myself, not with 16 to Life, but with everybody else that's jumping out there, lending their opinion to this situation with this podcaster who affiliates with the Hispanic Southside 13 gang, right? And again, I'm not going to use his name. Y'all know who I'm talking about, though. By now, you should. You know what I'm saying? However, it's a lot surrounding that situation with different people jumping out there, lending their opinions about it, which isn't a problem. But this is the one thing that sticks out in my mind when approaching a topic like this that is race related. Right? With me personally, I have to be careful with the words that I utilize and the energy that I put out in these videos when describing certain situations, ethnicities, and gangs. You know what I'm saying? I have to be really, really careful with what I put out there because I know how powerful words are. I know how powerful these videos could be to some. You know what I'm saying? You can have somebody, and I don't care what color you are, black, Mexican, white, Asian, it don't matter, right? But you can have somebody that's out there that can really, really, really be on the edge, on the verge of doing something extremely crazy. You know what I'm saying? And let's just say while he's on the verge of doing something crazy, a podcaster jump behind the camera, make a video, upload it to YouTube, and just so happen while that person in the world is having that crazy thought of doing something crazy, that video come on where it's race related and somebody that is being targeted in that video, no matter what color, I'm not saying the color, right? No matter what color you are, but somebody is being targeted and the person that's hearing it take it as disrespect. He's already on the verge of doing something crazy. Now, let me use this as an example. Such as somebody jumping out there saying a disrespectful racial slur like African booty scratcher, like beaner, wetback, cracker, nip. You know what I'm saying? Any racial slogan that's used to put down another, right? This person go out and commit the coldest crime ever on an innocent person because an irresponsible podcaster jumped behind the camera and says something crazy and disrespectful, and that's all it took for that person that's out there in the world. That's all it took for them to hear to go commit a crime on somebody innocent that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. But based off of what you said, The disrespectful racial slur that you said, that's all it took to send them over the edge. You know what I'm saying? So when I make these videos, especially when it's gang related, race related, or anything, I approach that with, you know, that in mind of the possibility of, you know what I'm saying, somebody doing something crazy. And that's the last thing that I want associated with my name. That's the last thing I want associated with my brand, because we not here to race hate, gang hate, or none of that. You know what I'm saying? We don't even glorify gang stuff here. Y'all, those of y'all that's been part of the Swang Low podcast show from the very beginning, y'all know that. And yeah, I come from a background of gang banging. I do. You know what I'm saying? And it's enough stuff out there on me, as far as music go. You know what I'm saying? You know, that where I glorified that back then. But this is a whole completely different me now. You know what I'm saying? I don't push the gang stuff. I don't bring it up and glorify it and set it up on a pedestal, you know what I'm saying, to where you have a younger audience that just so might happen to be clicking through these videos and see that and think that that's cool. That's the way to go, because they see a elder gentleman such as myself speaking about this lifestyle in a way like I'm campaigning for others to come join. Nah, man. No, that's not my push. Why? I have to ask, as a responsible elder adult, why would I want to lead another person's child down that road that sent me to prison for over 30 something years, that set me up with multiple life sentences in prison in a concrete cave? You know what I'm saying? Now, what I have to, you know, put out there is this. Although the prison stuff is a reality for me, you know what I'm saying, I do understand that that will be a thing of the past. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, the prison stuff will be a thing of the past for me, meaning I will get out, I will continue my journey in my life as a free man, and that shit will be behind me. However, I want to continue to teach those from my experience. I can't say that I care about the community and everybody in it. In our communities, this is what y'all have to remember, man. A lot of y'all share communities with the Mexicans. I know we do. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to have relationships that's good, and you're going to have those that's bad. You know what I'm saying? I choose to not highlight out the bad, although it's been a whole bunch of bad. If I wanted to jump on my show and talk about a whole bunch of bad experiences that I had with the Mexican people, with the Hispanic people, excuse me, with the Hispanic people, I can do that all day, every day. Because I got 1,000,001 stories, you know, that has to do with us and the Hispanics. Specifically, the Southside gang members. See, this is what y'all probably getting mixed up or confused, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to me, specifically me, right? When I speak on Hispanics, I only speak about the gang members, the ones that gang bang, right? The ones that gang bang like I gang bang. Only difference is, you know, my affiliation was Crips. Theirs is the Southern United Raza. You know what I'm saying? But still, that gang banging world is all one and the same. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be careful, bro, with the things that you say. I know I do, because I can say something right now, right? That'll be completely inappropriate and out of line, and can definitely be taken like that to the people that hear it. And then they go out and do something in my community to an innocent person that has nothing to do with nothing. And what can I do? I'm not even there. I'm behind the camera recording a video. You know what I'm saying? which means my people is vulnerable to any bad energy that I may choose to put out into the universe, which is why I don't do it. You know what I'm saying? I try to speak with reason when I speak about certain situations, especially when it deal with races. I've told y'all, the homie 16 of Life brought up um, a story that I had told about when I was in High Desert State Prison and I got rushed while I was on the yard. Now, those wasn't Southside Serranio Mexicans that rushed me that day. Those was Nortes. You know what I'm saying? Let me make that clear. Those was Nortes. Those was Northern Mexicans that rushed me on the yard that day in High Desert State Prison. Not Southsiders, but however, I have been in, see, and that's another thing, man. In prison, it's always held up over your head the possibilities of a war with another race. That's always hanging over your head. And it can happen at any given time with a blink of an eye. That's why everything in prison is based on respect and shit is separated and split up. And you know what I'm saying? Like this group don't invade this group space. This group don't invade that group space. Everything is based off of respect. But best believe the possibility of war is always hanging over both of these groups. Hey, everybody that's in prison here. Y'all ain't seen some of them riots? Go look at the Pelican Bay riot, man. That's a real riot. That's how a real riot look in prison. People get killed, shot, stabbed, trampled, stomped. They get killed. That's why the possibility of a war always hang over everybody's head, which keeps a lot of the BS down. Because everybody know the wrong move, the wrong thing said, bam, and it can be on and cracking. World War II is finna kick off. And I think that spirit needs to be brought into the YouTube space. The possibility of war, because dudes get behind the camera and see a lot of reckless stuff. A lot of reckless stuff. And I've told y'all, man, do not allow one idiot podcaster, the dude that called the blacks booty scratchers, African booty scratchers, right? Don't allow that dude to disturb y'all peace if y'all are at peace with the Mexicans, blacks and blacks against the Mexicans. You know what I'm saying? Y'all been, I've been seeing different people, you know what I'm saying, making moves to unite the two races. That's a wonderful, beautiful thing. Anybody that want war and be separate is a lunatic. Point blank, period. That's why I've never understood why the Hispanics had so much disdain for blacks. I mean, you hear different things, they reasoning is, the taco truck got robbed, or the lady pushing the cart, or the man pushing the cart got robbed, or you know what I'm saying? Something weird like that. You know what I'm saying? Okay, yeah. Well, y'all can say that. We can also say, a lot of y'all will recruit your members, but the way y'all recruit y'all members, y'all make them go kill a black in order to get in your gang. Come on, and hey, man, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, we can tit for tat on that stuff all day, but that gets us nowhere at all. But a whole bunch of dudes making a whole bunch of videos, you know what I'm saying? They seeing that this race thing between the blacks and Mexicans is starting to, you know what I'm saying, take off. So now everybody is like they always do. They see that car wreck. Oh, everybody pulling over, stopping, and now you got a story to go back and tell. That's that's the nature of this stuff, unfortunately. But see, that goes back to what I was saying in my old video by even y'all saying that podcaster's name, the racist associate of the Hispanics, since they say he's not Hispanic. I guess he's Russian or something. Oh, and by the way, the people in 16 to Life comments said that the girl that was with this guy on that show wasn't Jenny 69. And I don't know who the woman is. You know what I'm saying? If I misspoke on that name, I misspoke on the name. But y'all know what I'm talking about. It ain't like I was completely off. You know what I'm saying? Since y'all like getting on every single thing, you know what I'm saying, that's said. You know, hey, any negativity, I take that with a grain of salt and keep the line moving because that's not going to hinder the message. That's not going to stop the messenger. It's a lot of righteous brothers out there that is going to deliver the same testimony. If I can't get to mine, the next man, the righteous man, going to get to his. Point blank, period. And let me say this to you black dudes out there, man. If you a gang member, a podcaster, or whatever, y'all need to start having more pride in, you know, your race. I'm talking about the blacks. Instead of jumping on your camera, jumping behind your camera, and I'm not talking about nobody specific, but I have been seeing different dudes make videos, you know what I'm saying, down in black. How y'all gonna get on a black when all this was initiated, and then you got Mexican podcasters jumping out there? Well, what about what Whack 100 said? What about what this person said? And what's tit for tat? If y'all don't give these people any notice, they have no voice. Period. What about what Charleston White said? Charleston White talk ill about everybody on purpose because he understand how the algorithm work. Controversy and drama takes your numbers through the roof. You know what I'm saying? Point blank, period. I'm not finna get caught up in no type of controversy like that because I understand what I say can trigger a next person into hurting somebody innocent. But what I do speak on, I speak truth. They got mad at me because I said that I experienced getting told on by Southside Mexicans. What's the problem with that? Yeah, I always believed that y'all had the green light to tell because it happened over and over again, and the dudes that did it faced no consequences. I'm not the only person that went through that had to suffer that. No, not at all. But that make me a racist though, right? I'm talking to the Hispanics out there that did have, you know, some type of feelings about, you know, the video that I made and what was said in it. I didn't talk bad about you people as a collective. I talked about the people that was around me at that time that told. You know what I'm saying? Point blank, period. And I've seen them suffer none behind it. But that's my experience. My experience don't have to be the next man's. You know what I'm saying? But the one thing that I would never ever do and cannot ever do, you know what I'm saying, is lie about no situation. Just like I told people in an old video when I was talking about the LA County Jail. You know what I'm saying? When we was going at it with the Hispanics in there. You know what I'm saying? Every time their numbers go up, bam, a riot kick off. Every time. But when their numbers not up and blacks is up on the numbers, it ain't no issues. It's never no issues. They not in there getting victimized when the blacks got the numbers. But best believe when they get thick, in that LA County jail, man, it's going up every time. That's when they start calling themselves putting that so-called green light on the Crips like they used to try to do. That stuff never worked. All that did was lead to a whole bunch of people getting hurt on both sides. You know what I'm saying? Point blank, period. So what y'all do is need to keep in mind is what really needs to happen. And I feel like this. That's why I called upon people. Let's have a roundtable discussion, like how they be having the town hall meetings. Let's have a roundtable discussion. You know what I'm saying? With people that ain't gonna come to the table with you know, you can come with your point of views because your truth is your truth. You know what I'm saying? Point blank, period. There won't be no wrong answers. We there trying to get understanding between the two races. Why this keep happening? Why this keep being said? Why this person feel like he's a racist? Why this? You know what I'm saying? That's how you gain understanding. And also, you can definitely implement certain rules like the prison system has. For instance, put up over everybody's head the possibility of a war kicking off The possibilities of you facing serious, serious consequences if you jump behind the camera on some cell soldier type of shit. Do y'all know what a cell soldier is? Well, let me explain what a cell soldier is to you. A cell soldier is a person that's locked inside their cell, that's woofing on everybody else that ain't inside their cell, that can't get to them. They're in the safety and comfort of their home because they're locked in an isolated area by themselves, woofing on everybody else that can't get to them. That's what a cell soldier is. You know what I'm saying? And I'm starting to see a whole bunch of cell soldier type of shit, man, with dudes jumping behind the camera. You know what I'm saying? I just personally feel like this. If me as a man isn't willing to walk up to a Hispanic, you know what I'm saying, and use a derogatory term towards him, towards his people, you know what I'm saying, and any of that. If I'm not willing to do that as a man, face to face, why would I ever do the buster move? Because you a buster if you jump behind the camera and say some derogatory, racist stuff, but you ain't willing to go step to a person's face and say it. I would dare that same podcaster that affiliates with the Southside Hispanic gang podcaster. I would challenge him because he brought up Blueface. So if your issue was with Blueface and a woman that's Hispanic, you know, having sexual desires about that black man, and you felt a certain way about it, how about you find a way to get to him and say that African booty scratcher stuff to his face. Let's see how that work out for you. If you're not willing to say the derogatory things that you say in your closed off space like a cell soldier, you know what I'm saying? Then don't say it at all. Because that makes you look like a buster. Point blank, period. You know what I'm saying? And in prison, the Mexicans ain't finna walk up to no black and call no black no African booty scratcher or any derogatory term used to disrespect the black race, and the blacks definitely ain't gonna do it to the Mexicans. Ain't no race finna do none of that in no prison. It's not gonna, cause hey, trust and believe it's gonna go up. Words can cause death. But a lot of y'all don't care because you feel like you're safe in your home. When y'all cut y'all computer on, or whatever it is, your camera, whatever it is that you record your videos on, you feel like you're safe behind that. Until one day, the wrong person catch you on the right day, and it go bad for you. Point blank, period. And it happens like that. You know what I'm saying? Am I here to be a peacemaker and all that, man? No. But at the same time, I want my people to be safe. I want my people to be aware. You know what I mean? So if I come behind this camera and I deliver a story and I'm telling my truth, I don't come and tell no stories to put down nobody else. If I come behind this camera and I say, hey, man, I think the Southside Mexicans do got the green light to tell on blacks, and this is why. And I give you my experiences. Y'all want me to go as far as to bring some people on the show to give y'all receipts? That does nothing but deeper because it gets deeper. And that ain't gonna do nothing but make me go deeper into what I can go into. That I know for a fact y'all would take completely disrespectful. I'm talking about the Hispanics. So I'm trying to, speak my truth peacefully. You know what I'm saying? When I speak, I don't speak to try to cause wars or separation. You know what I mean? Or change nobody's minds about, what they've experienced or how they feel. I'm here, to give my testimony to the people that is willing to sit back and inhale it. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully learn something from it. If it ain't teaching them, hopefully they can take that information and pass it down to their kids or anybody that they say they care about. Use me. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I've been the sacrificial lamb, you know what I'm saying, for my family, for where I'm from and all that for the longest, just based on the many and plenty of years that I have sat behind a prison wall. Nothing to be proud of. You know what I'm saying? That changes a man. That changes your mentality. It grows you up to where you're supposed to be as a man. It changes you. You know what I'm saying? And if you haven't changed, you know what I'm saying, putting in all those years in prison and you still on the same BS and ain't learned nothing, hey man, you if you end up back there, you deserve to be there. Period. Because after you've been doing that for so long, that light has to go off in your head like, wait a minute, this ain't right. I can't keep thinking the same way. I can't keep doing the same things over and over and expecting a different result when it leads to one place, well, two places, prison and in the grave. In all honesty, they're one and the same to me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, y'all need to utilize y'all space to teach and hopefully save somebody from having to go through what you went through. Save somebody from having to go live under them politics in somebody's prison or jail cell. Because best believe, if you come to a California prison, if you ain't been to one, a level 4, 180, 270 design, where every single thing is racial, separated. We know it. The police know it. Everybody know it. Why y'all think in California prisons on a level 4 general population yard, Mexicans can't go in the cell with blacks? Blacks can't go in the cell with Mexicans or whites. Everything is separated. Everything is racial. And your life depends on that. You surviving or not really depends on how, you know, that environment is being ran. And usually, although the level 4s, 270, 180 designs, is all ran the same politic everywhere you go, bro. As far as black and Mexican relations, the respect and the possibility of war hanging over your head 24/7. Imagine that. Imagine living a life like that 30 something years. Every single day you wake up, and every time you step outside your cell door, your life is on the line. You can step out in a ride, jump off, you catch one right to the neck, stabbed. I seen a dude, man, get shot so cold with the Mini 14, got his black back blew out in the middle of the day room trying to DP one of their homeboys. He died right there in the day room in front of everybody while all the people was in the day room programming, playing cards, dominoes, on the phone, showering, working out, busting down. You know what I'm saying? You got 80 something people in this day room doing what they normally do while they out there, and here it is over in the corner. You got two dudes DPing one of their homeboys, and the one dude that ended up getting killed, they got shot, didn't know when to stop, so they blew his back out. You know what I'm saying? Like who want to live like that, man? You think I don't have to go seek some type of therapy to get my mind right after all the prison stuff is over with? Because I am. And I know that ain't something that people would openly admit, but come on, man, that's not normal. I've seen a lot of death. I've been involved in a lot of riots with the Southern Hispanics. A lot. Seen people get killed, seen people get their necks stabbed and blew wide open. Seen them get their eyes stabbed out their head. You name it, I seen it. Who want to live like that? But y'all need to have the possibility of war hanging over y'all head in the YouTube space. Anybody that jump behind the camera say anything out of bounds, automatic DP. Period. Anybody, black, Mexican, white, don't matter. Anybody jump behind the camera, say anything out of line. They homeboys from their hood need to sanction them to their hood, or they ostracized forever. You can't, yeah, keep making your videos in the safety of hiding. because you ain't gonna be able to come outside no more. That's how it should be for anybody that jump behind the camera with all the tough guy, racial stuff. Period. You know what I'm saying? But look, I'm finna get up out of here, man. I just wanted to touch on this subject. You know what I mean? Real quick. Shout out to the homeboy 16 to life again. That's a real dude, man. That's my bro right there. Me and him go way back. We was in Salinas Valley State Prison. 180 maximum security, one of the worst prisons in California at that time. You feel me? Hey, that wasn't no cakewalk being in that prison, bro. You know what I'm saying? And this is where me and Chill 16 to life was together at on the D yard. You know what I'm saying? And that was a dog eat dog prison. You know what I'm saying? And if you wasn't willing to eat another dog, you had no place being there. Period. You know what I'm saying? And bro was only on the line with me. Maximum security 180 D yard, Salinas Valley State Prison. You know what I'm saying? That's where me and 16 to life was at. You know what I'm saying? We used to be out on the yard rapping. You know what I'm saying? Doing what we do. You know what I'm saying? As young black gang members at that time. You know what I'm saying? Now here it is all these years later. You know what I'm saying? And I see what 16 to life has morphed into as a man. You know what I'm saying? And how can you not respect that? Just like he said, we may not agree on every single fine detail of everything, but best believe I have all the respect in the world for bro. Because he's one of the ones that did it right. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the ones that did it right, man. And I can't say that enough. You know what I mean? And them is the type of people that I definitely will be surrounding myself around. Them the type of people, man, that you have long and lasting friendships with. You know what I'm saying? With no strings attached. You know what I mean? Because me and him, we share and identify the same historical timing of being in prison. You know what I'm saying? And this was before they started giving all these lifers release dates. This was when the worst of the worst was still on the main lines. You know what I'm saying? This was when all the big names that you've heard, you know what I'm saying, over the years, they was there with us, right there in Salinas Valley Prison with us. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so come on, man. Like, yeah, man, I just feel like certain things, not all aspects of prison, absolutely not, but certain aspects of prison really need to be instituted on the YouTube stuff when it comes to some of these podcasters, because I think it'll separate the real from the fake. You know what I'm saying? Those that do have real messages to get across to people and cover real stuff, you know what I'm saying? We're going to finally be able to have a voice outside of all the everyday normal drama, beefing, you know what I'm saying, dissing, and let me touch on this real quick before I end this, because I'm making this longer than I want to. Adam 22, no jumper, trash, man. Any of them blacks that's there, any of you black dudes, and I don't care where you from, after seeing what he did to the dude Munchie B, after seeing what the other dudes that was there before, all these new dudes was there, you know what I'm saying, was there, and they had to go through what they went through with this dude, man. Hey, bro, you ain't nothing but a dollar. You black dudes that invite them weird ass dudes to y'all hoods and doing them hood vlogs and all that with this white boy with the camera, a porn star. Why y'all got a porn star with a camera in y'all hood? But here it is. He's happy to get out there because guess what? He look at you dudes as dollar signs and nothing more. You're a black dollar sign to him. Why do y'all keep occupying that space? So what? He got 1 million subscribers. Go build your own platform and work up to that. Trying to skip the line. Man. Come on, man. Especially you blacks. Stop trying to skip the line, man, and work. work. If you want to be in front of the camera, start your own thing. You don't have to keep giving the white man, all that shine and glory, thinking he gonna bump you up to the front of the line. You're like, come on, nah, man, nah. You selling your soul, and he's after you sell your soul and he get what he get about you. Guess what? You are like a condom to him. He finna peel that condom off and throw it wherever and keep the line moving. He got what he wanted. Point blank, period. But yeah, man, I'm finna get up out of here. I appreciate y'all time. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go over to 16 to Life channel, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to Bro's channel. Please go check out his videos. You know what I'm saying? Especially the wonderful one he did on me. Great, great, great video, man. Great commentary. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Nothing but love. Always respect for you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing what you're doing. Shout out to Coach Zoe, too, over at the Game Bangers Life Coach. That's another one of my bros right there, man. Does great work. Please go over there and subscribe to Bro, too, as well. You know what I'm saying? These dudes, they do great work. And it ain't a lot that a lot of other podcasters I can come say and speak highly of like that. It's a few. You know what I'm saying? Like Compton Rick Rock. He's another and built his way up. I have nothing but love and respect for what that man has, the work that he has put in, because it's showing me like, okay, he did it like this. Okay, that I learned from the people that I'm supposed to learn from. You know what I'm saying? So salute to Bro for his accomplishments. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I'm finna get up out of here. I've taken up enough of y'all time. I appreciate you all, man, for, tapping in yet again at this round table, man. Nothing but love, nothing but respect for all of y'all, man. And if you haven't already did it, please like, comment, share, subscribe to the Swang Low Podcast Show. Do Rock Creep. I would definitely appreciate that. On that note, I'm finna get up out of here. Y'all stay safe, man. I love all y'all. Triple gang.